Good morning, everyone. The inspiration today is from Ecclesiastes 3:11, and it's all about God's timing, and that, we all are going to have different seasons, a season of grief, a season of sorrow, a season of joy, a season of waiting, a season of prosperity, a season of scarcity. We all go through these periods of growth, and like everything is a certain way, and then all of a sudden it shifts and it's a totally different way, and we have to just embrace what God wants to teach us and how he's growing us in each moment. And sometimes it's uncomfortable. Growing pains are uncomfortable. There's no perfect answer that if you do this then you're going to get that. It's not always cut and dry like that. Sometimes it's just, you have to just be present with what is, and as you are present to what is, then the next 50 feet are revealed, and then the next 100 feet are revealed. It's not like you just see the entire thing all in one clip and everything perfectly is aligned, because a lot of times God's sending you on a squiggle journey. You know what I mean? It's like you're going up here and down there, and you're going to pause here, and all of that is beautiful because it's part of his design. And again, if I were to say, I wish this never happened to me. I mean, of course, everybody is going to say they wish that somebody didn't die. I mean, of course, people that come into our lives and make a huge impact, we want them to stay with us. We want them to be, on the same page with us. But sometimes that doesn't happen. And in my particular case, falling in love with someone who was supposedly in recovery and he wasn't, falling in love with someone in active drug addiction is a really very challenging thing to go through. And it's not something to take lightly. It's filled with all kinds of drama and trauma and yo-yo and, all over the place and here and there. And again, all of those lessons that I learned along the journey have made me more aware and more, less naive and more focused on what exactly God wants out of me, and where he wants me to help certain people, and where he wants me to grow myself and not be just stuck in this certain little box. Like, I had to get out of my box. So what do I mean by that? So again, before this whole thing, I was really I'm a girl and I like pink and I like to do things, a certain level of, effort or struggle in terms of, lifting heavy things or something like that. But I would always rely on a man. I would think that a man needs to do and lift these heavy things for me, and a man needs to be in a workshop and deal with tools and make or build something for me, and I'm gonna sit in a chair and sit in the kitchen basically. And what I've learned is that when Eric died, I had a choice to make. I could either cry in my milk about why things didn't happen the way that I wanted them to, and I could stay stuck with the fact that I had this partially built cargo van that was empty, that we were building into something. Or I could figure out how I was going to do it myself and learn these skills. Now, in the beginning, it was really challenging and very difficult. And sometimes I had to pay people along the way to do this little thing and that little thing to help me to understand, oh, this is what I need to do with this, and that's how you use this tool. And then, when my dad became available to help, then he was teaching me about what I could do and how I could do it. So what I'm getting at is, if Eric had not died, he would have done all the building. But because he did die, I ended up having to learn these skills by choice. I had to make a choice. Do I want to learn these skills or do I not? And I chose to want to learn these carpentry, electric, plumbing skills. Now, is this something that I want to do as a career? Not really. But I know how to do these skills, and it makes me feel more confident that I don't have to rely on a man to do these things for me. That I am capable as a woman to do these things for myself, which then gives me that just less stress and less fear, because I'm confident that I can handle it. As things come up, I can handle it. Now, of course, things are going to be outside of my, understanding at times, and I might have to say, hey, this electric thing is out of my pay grade. I need some support and help here to understand what this, advanced level of electrical work is. But then when someone explains it to me, I can actually sit down and now understand something that I before would not have understood. So I just leave you with that sometimes, again, God's seasons are for a purpose. And in this particular season, out of grief, I did find joy. I found joy in building things and putting my mind to something so that I could learn new skills and to spend time with people that I love, like my dad, and to be able to, do something that I didn't think was possible. And because of having that belief that God has the victory for me and that He wants good things for me, just like Jeremiah 29:11, that God is putting me in circumstances to develop me and build me up and level me up into a different paradigm than what I was in before. So I hope that this inspires you and gives you a little insight of how you might also be able to move from grief and sorrow into joy and into victory of learning new skills. So have a great day, everybody.